Hey guys, how's it going? I hope everybody's having a good night. I want to do another lesson for you guys tonight. It's actually a One Direction song called Ready to Run. I'm not a big fan of One Direction. I don't listen to their music a whole lot, but this song got a lot of popularity today and stuff, so I figured why not? I figured I'd give y'all a lesson on it because somebody's bound to want to learn how to do it. And it's actually got some really cool guitar parts in it. I like it. It's got some finger picking stuff that's a little bit different, and it was a little bit more of a challenging song than I expected it to be. I really didn't expect a lot of guitar out of a One Direction song, but I definitely was proved wrong. Pretty cool song, pretty cool guitar and stuff. So I'm gonna kind of fly through this lesson a little bit. So if I'm moving pretty fast, because there's a lot to go over, and I don't want the video to be super long. I want it to be kind of a simplified version. So I'm gonna try to kind of move pretty fast. If there's something that doesn't make sense, as always, kind of let me know in the comments, and I can try to explain it better, or maybe I can do another video going into more detail. So just let me know, but I'm going to be moving pretty fast. So, alright, so this song has 6 chords in it. So you're going to need a B minor, an A, D, G, C, and we're going to have this weird A chord that I'm not sure what the name of it is, but it's basically just a standard A chord. But you're going to go ahead and put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. So I can't remember what it's called. It's probably like an A7th or some kind of A suspended something or other, but that's all it is. It's just a standard A chord, but with a ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Alright, so the first part that we're going to have is going to have 4 chords in it. So we're going to have a B minor, an A, like that weird A chord, D, and G. Well, we're going to have one G in it, and I'll explain that in a second. So it's going to start out, and it's this finger picking part, so it's going to go kind of like this. I'll give you a little show of like what it's going to be like, but it's going to be... Alright, so that's basically what it's going to be. So it's going to be B minor, that weird A, and then D for most of this part, for most of the verse. So what I'm doing as far as the picking part goes, again, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this, but I'll give you a little, just kind of show you what I'm doing and stuff, and if somebody needs a little bit more help in the comments, let me know. I'll try to help out. But all I'm doing is I'm hitting the bass note, whatever the bass note is. So for B minor, the bass note's going to be, obviously the A string. So I'm kind of doing this, so I'm doing A, D, G, B, and then back to G as my picking pattern. I'm finger picking. You can pick it with a pick. It doesn't really matter. It's your call. I like finger picking, so I'm doing finger picking. But that part, you basically just you do the bass note, and then you do the whatever the bass note is, and then you just kind of pick through it, and then you go back up to the G string. You end on the G string each time. So that's very basic what I'm doing. Like I said, just always remember to switch between the bass notes. It's not always going to be on the A string. It's going to be whatever your bass note is. So, alright, getting into that, we'll go ahead and play. I'm going to go ahead and play along with the song so y'all can kind of watch and stuff. I haven't totally gotten this finger picking part down like super good yet, just because I haven't really practiced it a whole bunch, but it's fairly easy and stuff if you can kind of have a basic understanding of finger picking and stuff. But anyways, we'll run through this, and then also the last part, I almost forgot to tell you guys, on the last little part before the chorus, instead of doing the B minor, A, D, it does B minor, A, G. So you'll see me do that, and I'll kind of go over it a little bit after I do that finger picking part, but just so you guys know what I'm doing, that's what it is. That's where that G comes in. It's just the little pre-chorus part. So you'll see it though. So here we go. So you saw, like I said, I'm not really perfect on the finger picking part yet, just because I haven't practiced it a ton. But um, you saw how I did that B minor, A, D until the very last chord I played was the G. So you just ended on the G is basically the simplest way to put that. Like I said, if you have any questions, leave in the comments and I can try to explain them better. But alright, so moving on to the next thing, the chorus, pretty simple. So it starts out with a D, and you go to a G, and then it does this thing where it goes D, G, D, G, D, G. I'm sorry, I switched that up, but it's G, D, G, D, G, D, A. So I switched it up, but it basically is going to sound and look like this. It's going to be G, D, G, D, A. And it's going to repeat that. So not very difficult, pretty simple, standard setup and stuff like that. It'll make a lot of sense once I go through it, kind of like I always say. So let's go ahead and run through that and see how it looks when we actually play with the song. Alright, and so it just ends on that A chord. So we kind of flew through that pretty fast. I hope that made sense. It's just gonna be the D, G, and it goes G, D, G, D, G, D, A. So I'll try to put that in the description or something just so everybody kind of, makes a lot of sense since I kind of messed it up in that first part when I was explaining to y'all. So after that, it just goes back into the bridge, or the verse, I'm sorry. It goes back into the verse and just plays through that verse, that same picking part that we just learned. And then the bridge is this very last part. I'm going to try to like get it as close to as I can and stuff, but the chords you need to know for that is going to be a B minor, D, this is where the C comes in, and then a regular A. And those are only 4 chords. It's really easy, really fast, and we'll just fly through it real quick. So here goes. Turned it a little too early. Gotta wait for it. And then it just goes back into the chorus. So I kind of cut that a little too early. I didn't stop it at the right place in the song whenever I was starting it on the bridge, but that's okay. I'll get the idea. So, anyways, that covers it all. That it just goes back into a chorus. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoy. I know I kind of stumbled over it a little bit. This song is a little bit longer. This video is a little bit longer than I've done so far. So if you have any questions or if I was unclear on anything like that, let me know and I'll try to help you out in the comments and stuff. So thanks guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it and I hope y'all have a good one.